Hi people, Martin here again. It's not been a while since my last video. It was only last weekend. Anyway, whenever I post this, it was only a week ago anyway. So it was 2 weeks ago since the Leeds UK VC meetup, and yeah, I just thought I'd add a bit on. And what happened was I did the previous one, and then it cut off, and I was left with 7 minutes. Not quite sure why this is, but anyway, I thought I need to finish off what I did and then add some bits on. So I was thinking about going to Reading Record Fair last weekend, and then something else came up, and my mate sent me a video of it from its new venue there. Looked okay. Yeah, I sorted out some boxes for him to go through actually, and I need to like sort out all my stuff to start selling again. Really, there's quite a lot of stuff, and I'm also thinking of doing a sort of a video of what I'm going to cull, but I didn't want to copy Dale Gatefold 33 by sort of doing a lost in the collection and saying what's staying and going sort of thing. But I've been working through some albums, and yeah, they are going to be culled. They're here on that side there. I think I briefly showed some recently, I can't remember now anyway, but I've been going through some stuff, and they're they're on the way out at some juncture of time in the future. Anyway, when I went to look in my mum's garage, which is where all these records were, I actually saved a few from culling, or rather I wanted to hear them again, sort of thing. So I will run through those. Some of them have got prices on them, but yeah, anyway, there's a 10-inch there. Kid Koala. So he's a sample kind of person, probably in the vein of, I suppose you might say, Avalanches, that sort of cut and paste sort of thing, or perhaps a bit Fatboy Slimmy. There's a track here, Emperor's Main Course, and it is adapted from The Last Emperor, written and performed by David Byrne. There's 3 other tracks there. This is the same sort of sleeve as an album I've got by him. Is it called Carpool something or other? Anyway, I think I'm keeping that now. And then a Warp 12-inch, which yeah, it's called Tough Little Unit. We've got Join the Future. This is WAP 12, Join the Future, and Master Plan on the other side. Very iconic label from Sheffield. Yeah, LFO, Nightmares on Wax. I forget who else now, but here is some Polish 20th century classical music I'm going to try again. Where this is Witold Ruzinski, or something like that anyway, and it is oratorio music for reciting voice, soprano, tenor, mixed choir and symphony orchestra, and it is on the Musa label. So we'll be trying that one again. I can't remember why I didn't like it. Maybe it was too traditional, maybe, or just too, I don't know. Here are 2 other people on the Supraphon label, 2 other composers. We've got Karol Szymanowski and Eugene, it's YSAY with dots above it and an E. And I don't even know that these are Polish, actually. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, 1964. Yeah, gonna give that one a go again. I think I'll probably keep this because this is probably my favourite Lisa Stansfield track. People hold on with some mixes on it. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Yeah. Okay. And this I was considering keeping, although I had 10 quid on it. But anyway, I think this was sampled from some record. I forget what now. But this was a #1 in the UK in around about 2000, believe it or not. Yeah. Australian, I think they were. Lithium and Sonia Madan. That's the singer of Echo Billy, I think. Yeah, Echo Billy. A couple of mixes there on a sort of a dancey track. I think this is sort of one of these records I've thought about getting rid of for ages, and it keeps coming in and out. Right, so that was those. Oh no, hang on. This one as well. This is sort of a... I don't know if he's German or somewhere in mid-Europe. A guy called Chantal, and this is called Great Delay. I only had a couple of quid on it, and no one's ever bought it. It's sort of one of those albums you've got to be in the mood for. It's that sort of, you know, like that sort of jazz dance music, laid back. You might hear in some cafe in the background, although it does have singing on it. Yeah, it's summery, I would say, and I'm mulling over keeping that one. Okay, today I went and did a bit of digging. I'll show 4 of the things I found. We have on Platypus, the original of Robert Miles' Children, although I think I've got it already, but anyway, they were a quid. So Queen Latifah and De La Soul. I don't think this was on 3 Feet High and Rising from what I remember. Bit of a boo-boo here. So this is Plastic Bertrand, who had a hit, didn't he? Which was apparently, I googled, it was not actually sung by him. It was sung by the producer because he couldn't get to the studio on the day. This album, it's not punk, as somebody has put here, and it's not, although there is one good disco track on here, it's that sort of, sorry to say, that sort of fake reggae sort of thing going on there. I didn't like it, but anyway. And a bit of a rave dance tune I do like. I'm Gonna Get You, Bizarre Inc. Okay, and the other day I played, this is going to take ages, isn't it? Right, played this and enjoyed it. Played the second album and was hugely disappointed by it, apart from Warriors of the Wasteland, which I think is a great track. So this I did like, and I'm definitely keeping. And I found this today, and I thought to myself, if only I'd thought of sampling Status Quo, that would have done me for life. Never mind. Some bird sounds on CD. Don't usually show CDs, but that's that one. And Birds of New Zealand, priced originally for $34.99 or New Zealand, whatever they have there. Now, quickly, Martin. New album by Kim Gordon, the collective of Sonic Youth. This is noisy. It's third world problems in a nutshell, I suppose you might say. Yeah, it's a bit post-COVID as well. Someone making a lot of noise mixed in with her singing, or rather speaking. If that's your sort of thing, I would recommend it, although I would probably wait, if you don't, for Beth Gibbons' solo album. She's just put out a cracking single, and the album's out in May. I went to a car boot sale. I went in the afternoon. Someone had some of these sort of albums that were, you know, HMV dead stocked, or they were perhaps from like when you go to an auction. This guy did them for a fiver. I took a couple. I'd actually seen some of them at the record fair as well, previous week. Not these two though. This is sort of modern. It's some tracks with glockenspiel chimes, harmonium. It's modern but melodic, I would say. and this one is, I haven't opened this one yet. This is Dada. Yeah, it's on Mercury Living Presents, I think, so I thought I'd give that a go for a £5. This is Vivaldi Four Seasons. I can't remember if I showed this already. This is advert record for painting oil rigs, but so I was a bit disappointed it was Vivaldi Four Seasons, but mustn't grumble. Now I had some VCLT from Chris Record Talk. He sent me this amazing CD by somebody called SG Goodman. I mean, this is the sort of thing I would buy on vinyl, but I've got the CD, so I'm not so fussed. It's very much, sorry, slightly disturbing snake picture on there. I know not all Americans are into that, but yeah. So it's sort of in that vein of country rockish sort of cowboy junkies maybe sort of thing, and a female singer. This is awesome. I would recommend you try that as well. And he also sent me some singles. This is a local single as well, as the CD was local. One of the tracks was really good. Then some singles. Now Greg Kinn, I always see his singles knocking about, or sorry, rather his albums in the UK. I don't think he ever did anything here. This is a rather unusual single. And then we've got Al Green, and we've got who was this? Aaron Neville, and The Future's So Bright, I've Gotta Wear Shades, which is very well known here. It was a top 40 hit. So thank you very much, Chris. You didn't have to send anything. Thank you for your note. And last but not least, a few weeks ago I went to a local record shop nearby, and I got Audi. So that's the guys from Nightwish, and the track I would recommend is called Pearl Diving. This is a sequel album. It's very much in the folk, prog, Celtic kind of thing. Not too dissimilar to Nightwish in a way, I suppose. Here was a free album that they had in a bin. Oh, sorry, this was a shop here, record shop in Amersham. No doubt participating in Record Store Day soon. This is an Australian comedian who's rude, hence he's called Rodney Rude. It was in a free box, so I grabbed it. And this, last but not least, hurry Martin, because I don't want it to cut off again. So this is Spanish Parabolas. It's sort of religious. It was in the gospel section, not particularly talking about Jesus, but definitely Old Testament. Camino de Jericho, El Hijo Prodigo. But the funny thing is, all the people on the cover are from another large religious faith. Anyway, quite funny, I suppose. That was £3. And I think that's it. And hopefully that will not cut off. I hope you're all doing well. I'd like to be on some live streams or do something myself, but I just don't really have the time. So, yeah, I hope that's everything. That's not too long to watch, is it? I will post this. And thank you for all your comments and new subscribers and whatnots. Okay, let's leave it at that. Toodaloo.